Hello dear students. Today we are going to discuss complex numbers. As we know very well that there are two types of quantities in this world. First one is real number, second one is imaginary number. Now what do we mean by imaginary number? Some of you can know, but let's remind it. If anybody asks you what will be the square root of 16, all of you will reply that it will be plus minus 4. Why is it plus minus 4? Because 4 square is 16 and minus 4 square is also 16. So square root of 16 means the number whose square is 16. Once again I am repeating. Listening. The square root of 16 means the real number whose square is 16. So there are two such real numbers, plus 4 and minus 4, because square of both the numbers is 16. So there are two real values of root 16, plus 4 and minus 4. But what happens if anybody asks to find the square root of minus 16? Now the problem starts, because there is no such number whose square is minus 16, because 4 square is 16 and minus 4 square is also 16. 4 का स्क्वायर भी प्लस 16, माइनस 4 का स्क्वायर भी प्लस 16. बट माइनस 16 कब आएगा फिर? इसका मतलब देयर इज नो सच रियल नंबर इन दिस वर्ल्ड हुज स्क्वायर इज माइनस 16. सो व्हाट विल इट मीन? इट मीन्स दैट रूट माइनस 6 इज नॉट अ रियल नंबर. Root minus 16 is not a real number, because there is no such number whose square is minus 16. So when it is not a real number, it means it is an imaginary number. So I think you have understood the difference between a real number and an imaginary number. So root 16 is a real number because there are two real numbers whose square is 16. But root minus 16 is an imaginary number because there is no real number in this world whose square root is minus 16. So minus 16 is an imaginary number. Now how will you represent an imaginary number? I am going to erase it. Let's see how we represent an imaginary number. Now root minus 16 can be written as root minus 1 into root 16, because we know that root xy can be written as root x into root y. So root minus 16 can be written as root minus 1 into root 16. Now this root minus 1 is represented by I. This is the smallest imaginary number in the world, I. Root minus 1 means I, and root 14, root 16 is a real number. Once again I am repeating, root minus 16 is an imaginary number, but root 16 is a real number. Now the value of root 16 is 4. So root minus 16 can be represented as 4i. Root 16 into root minus 1. Root 16 4 and root minus 1 is I. So root minus 16 will be represented as 4i. Similarly, you can say that root minus 25, it can be represented as 5i. Root 25, 5. Root minus 1, I. So root minus 1 can be represented as 5i. Root minus 7, so it can be represented as root 7i, because we don't have complete value of root 7. We don't have the exact value of root 7. So root 7 can be written as it is, and root minus 1 is I. So I think you have understood what is an imaginary number. Now come to the complex number. Let's see what are complex numbers. Five. This is a real number. This is a pure real number. What about 3i? This is an imaginary number. This is a pure imaginary number. When this pure real number 5 and this pure imaginary number 3i are combined with a positive or negative sign, 5 plus 3i or 5 minus 3i, they are called complex numbers. Five is a pure real number, 3i is a pure imaginary number, but 5 plus 3i is neither an imaginary number nor a real number. Similarly, 5 minus 3i is neither an imaginary number nor a real number. So 5 plus 3i and 5 minus 3i both are complex numbers. They are neither real nor imaginary. They are the mixture of 5 plus 3i. As you have read in the chemistry that there are complex salts, that they are mixture of two salts. Similar is the case here. 5 plus 3i and 5 minus 3i. Both are the mixtures of a real number and a complex number. So they are neither a real number nor a complex nor an imaginary number. They are complex numbers. If you multiply 5 and 3i, you will get 59, which is a pure imaginary number. If you divide 5 and 3i, again you will get a pure imaginary number. You don't have any complex numbers. So the complex number is always obtained by adding or subtracting a real and an imaginary number. When you add or you subtract a real number and an imaginary number, you will always get a complex number. While in multiplying or dividing, you will always get a pure imaginary number. So this is the origin of imaginary number. Note it down and then I will erase it. I think all of you have noted. So we have seen that 5 plus 3i and 5 minus 3i both are complex numbers. There are one more thing to tell you, that they are called conjugate of each other. They are called conjugate of each other. 5 plus 3i is the conjugate of 5 minus 3i and 5 minus 3i is the conjugate of 5 plus 3i. It means x plus iy and x minus iy. If they are two complex numbers, they will be called conjugate of each other. Similar as you have read in the case of rational and irrational number. For example, 3 plus root pi. So what will be the conjugate of 3 plus root pi? You will say that the conjugate of 3 plus root pi is 3 minus root pi. Similar is the case in the case of complex number. What will be the conjugate of 5 plus 3i? It will be 5 minus 3i. What will be the conjugate of 5 minus 3i? It will be 5 plus 3i. But remember one thing. See one example. Suppose somebody asks, what is the conjugate of 4i minus 7? What is the conjugate of 4i minus 7? Some of you will tell that it will be 4i plus 7. No, this will not be equal to 4i plus 7. Conjugate doesn't mean only change the sign between 4i and 7. Conjugate doesn't mean, conjugate का मतलब केवल इतना नहीं है कि 4i और 7 के बीच का साइन आप चेंज कर दीजिए, माइनस हो तो प्लस कर दें, प्लस हो तो माइनस कर दें. It doesn't not mean only. So conjugate of 4i minus 7, again I am repeating, listen carefully. Conjugate of 4i minus 7 will not be equal to 4i plus 7. In fact, conjugate of 4i plus minus 7 will be equal to minus 4i minus 7. I think all of you have understood now. So what does the conjugate mean? To conjugate does not mean only to change the sign between them. Conjugate means to change the sign of imaginary part. In a complex number there are two parts. One is real part, one is imaginary part. In the complex number 5 plus 3i, 5 is the real part and 3i is called imaginary part. Similarly, x plus iy, x is the real part and iy is the imaginary part. So once again listen carefully. Conjugate, to find the conjugate of a complex number means to change the sign of imaginary part. So what is the imaginary part of 4i minus 7? The imaginary part of 4i minus 7 is 4i. So in order to find the conjugate of 4i minus 7, we have to change the sign of 4i. रियल पार्ट के साइन से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, रियल पार्ट के साइन में कोई छेड़खानी नहीं होनी है. We will have to change the sign of only imaginary part in order to find the conjugate of any complex number. I think you have understood. So let's move further. Let z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number. Let's see what happens if z is equal to 0. Suppose z is equal to 0. Now see what will happen. So z is equal to 0 means x plus iy is equal to 0. X plus iy 0 means x is equal to minus iy. Squaring both sides you will get x square is equal to minus iy whole square. Now x square is equal to minus square plus you will get I square y square. Now what is the value of I square? You have seen that root minus 1 is equal to I. You have seen that root minus 1 is equal to I. Value of I is root minus 1. Now squaring both sides we will get minus 1 is equal to I square. Note that the square of root minus 1 will be minus 1, not 1. The square of root minus 1 will be minus 1. Because if we square root x, if we find the square of root x, we will get x. If we find the square of root minus x, we will get minus x. If we find the square of root minus 1, then you will get 1. But if we find the square of root minus 1, you will get minus 1. So my root minus 1 is I and minus 1 is equal to I square. So I square is equal to minus 1. Putting here you can get x square is equal to minus y square. Transposing to x square plus y square is equal to 0. Now what does it mean? What does x square plus y square is equal to 0 means? X square is a positive number. Y square is also positive. Why they are positive? Why are they positive? Why am I saying that they are positive? Because x square is a perfect square. X is a real number and y is also a real number. Remember that x is real and y is also real. Y is not imaginary. Y is real. Iy is imaginary. When you put I before y, then it becomes imaginary. Only y is a real number. Now see, 5 plus 3i. 5 is real. 5 is real, 3i is imaginary, but only 3 is real. 3 is real. 3 is real, 5 is real. 3i is imaginary. Similarly, x is real, y is real, iy is imaginary. When you put I before y, then it will become imaginary. When you put I before 3, then it will become imaginary. So x is real, y is real, and we know that the square of any real number is always positive. किसी भी real number का square हमेशा positive होता है. तो x square भी positive, y square भी positive. So when x square and y square both are positive, and you are adding them, there is a sign of plus between them. So can the sum of any two positive numbers can be equal to 0? Can the sum of any two positive numbers be equal to 0? You will say no. दो पॉजिटिव नंबर्स का सम कभी जीरो हो ही नहीं सकता है, बिकॉज जीरो विल बिकम ओनली व्हेन वन इज पॉजिटिव एंड वन इज नेगेटिव. जब एक नंबर पॉजिटिव होगा दूसरा नेगेटिव होगा, देन ओनली दे विल बी कैंसिल्ड आउट एंड द रिजल्ट विल बिकम जीरो. बट इफ बोथ आर पॉजिटिव, द सम ऑफ बोथ पॉजिटिव नंबर्स कैन नॉट बी इक्वल टू जीरो. बट इट इज जीरो. ये जीरो तो आ रहा है. तो हाउ इट कैन बी पॉसिबल कि सांप भी मर जाए और लाठी भी ना टूटे? तो ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? तो इट इज पॉसिबल ओनली व्हेन x square is equal to 0 and y square is equal to 0. When both are 0, they cannot be negative, but they can be 0. The square of any positive number cannot be negative, but the square of 0 is 0. So it is possible only when कि अपना काम भी हो जाए, ये दोनों पॉजिटिव भी हैं, ये दोनों निगेटिव हो नहीं सकते. एक्स स्क्वायर और वाई स्क्वायर निगेटिव हो नहीं सकते, क्योंकि स्क्वायर कभी रियल नंबर का निगेटिव होता नहीं है. तो जब ये दोनों निगेटिव हो नहीं सकते, लेकिन इनका सम हमको जीरो चाहिए, तो ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? तो इट इज पॉसिबल ओनली इन वन केस व्हेन एक्स स्क्वायर एंड वाई स्क्वायर बोथ आर इक्वल टू जीरो. दैट इज एक्स इक्वल टू जीरो एंड वाई इक्वल टू जीरो. सो व्हाट डज इट कंक्लूड? You just note it down. I will erase, and then I will tell you what will be conclude. So we have seen that if z is equal to x plus iy and z is equal to 0, then we have seen that x and y both will be 0. So what will we conclude? We will conclude that if any complex number is equal to 0, then its real and imaginary parts are equal to 0. It means if any complex number is equal to 0, then its real and imaginary both parts are equal to 0. अगर कोई complex number 0 है तो इसका मतलब उसका real part और imaginary part दोनों 0 होंगे. For example, if a plus ib is equal to 0, it means a is 0 and b is also equal to 0. If p plus iq is equal to 0, it means p is equal to 0 and q is also equal to 0. I think all of you have understood that. Note it down and then I will erase it. Now I am going to erase this. Let's move further. Suppose there are two complex numbers. One is z1, x1 plus iy1. Another is z2, x2 plus iy2. What is the real part of z1? It is x1. The real part of z1 is represented like this. Re in bracket z1. It means it is the short form of real part of z1. The real part of z1 will be written like this, Re z1. So real part of z1 is x1. Similarly, imaginary part of z1 will be written like this, Imz. It means imaginary part of Z1. This is the symbolic way of writing the imaginary part of Z1. Imaginary part of Z1. So the imaginary part of Z1 is Y1. Similarly, the real part of Z1 is Z2 is X2. Imaginary part of Z2 is Y2. Once again, remember that the real part of Z2 will be represented like this. Imaginary part of Z2 will be represented like this. Similarly, in case of Z1. Similarly, in case of any complex number, the real part of Z will be represented like this. REZ. REZ means real part of Z1. Similarly, IMZ means imaginary part of Z. So the real part of Z1 is X1, imaginary part of Z1 is Y1, real part of Z2 is X2, imaginary part of Z2 is Y2. Now if Z1 is equal to Z2, suppose Z1 is equal to Z2, now what does it mean? Z1 is equal to Z2 means X1 plus IY1 is equal to X2 plus IY2. Now transposing real and imaginary parts on both sides. So X1 minus X2 will be equal to IY2 minus IY1. Now X1 minus X2 is equal to I common, you will get Y2 minus Y1. Again squaring both sides. Again squaring both sides. Or you can also say, don't do like this. I am going to change a little bit. IY1, you just transpose IY2 here. Minus IY2 is equal to 0. Now X1 plus X1 minus X2 plus IY1 minus Y2 is equal to 0. Now this is again in its standard form. What is standard form? This is the standard form. X plus IY. This is the standard form of any complex number. P plus IQ. This is the standard form of any complex number. A plus IB. This is the standard form of any complex number. So now this complex number is in its standard form. X plus IY. X की जगह क्या दिख रहा है? X1 minus X2. Y की जगह क्या दिख रहा है? Y1 minus Y2. The imaginary part of this complex number is Y1 minus Y2. The real part of this complex number is X1 minus X2. So this is in its standard form. और अभी हम लोगों ने देखा ठीक इसके पिछले वाले डिस्कशन में earlier we have seen that if any complex number is 0, अभी हम लोगों ने देखा कि if any complex number is 0, then its real and imaginary parts are also equal to 0. So if this complex number is 0, this is a complex number. If it is 0, it means then its real part and its imaginary part both will be 0. Implies that x1 minus x2 is equal to 0. y1 minus y2 is equal to 0. Implies that x1 is equal to x2 and y1 is equal to y2. Again, what we conclude? So we conclude that if two complex numbers are equal, then their real parts are also equal and their imaginary parts are also equal. अगर कोई दो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर इक्वल है तो उनके रियल पार्ट्स और उनके इमेजिनरी पार्ट्स आपस में इक्वल होंगे. इफ एनी टू कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स आर इक्वल, देन देयर करस्पॉन्डिंग रियल पार्ट्स एंड इमेजिनरी पार्ट्स विल आल्सो बी इक्वल. This is called comparing two complex numbers. For example, note it down, then I will show you an example. Suppose if P plus IQ is equal to 4 plus 7I. This is an example. P plus IQ is 4 plus 7I. There are two complex numbers. One is P plus IQ and another is 4 plus 7I. And they are equal. And we have proven that if any two complex numbers are equal, then their real part and imaginary parts are also equal. So it is written like this. Comparing. You will write comparing real and imaginary parts on both sides. To comparing real and imaginary parts on both sides. So we will get P is equal to 4 and Q is equal to 7. This is what I mean. Comparing the real and imaginary parts. Okay, understood? Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time.